referees are always going to make mistakes.
Yeah, 100%.
And, you know, us as players, as pundits, as media, like everyone can see things differently. We all have different opinions. So what I might think is a foul, you both could think is not a foul. Or it's when we get like the ones that if you did watch a replay, it's clear and obvious. That was the whole reason VAR got brought around. But that's not how it's used.
No.
And when you're sitting as a fan in games and you're waiting 3 or 4 minutes for a decision to be made, at some point you're almost like, just give the guy, like even if it's against your team, you're so frustrated with how long you can't celebrate properly. You're sitting there not knowing what's going on.
I feel very anti-VAR because I think you don't solve a lot of those problems, like I said, with the subjective one. But also I think there becomes this, and I think we've seen this in the Premier League a lot, this entitlement around having the ability to review things and what should be reviewed. And we've seen that in the way clubs have kind of aggressively disagreed with things or put out statements when they haven't, a foul hasn't been called on something, when it's so 50-50. That's what I do not want to open that Pandora's box.
I sometimes find it weird that in women's football, VAR is sort of treated as this panacea which will just fix all this stuff, and we know that's not the case. I also think from the men's game, let's say the Premier League referees are like the best, most well-resourced, like, I mean best in inverted commas, but this is my point, like Premier League referees are famously seen as not being very good, and that's like the level of resources in, you know, the biggest football league in the world. So this idea that like refereeing magically gets better,
it's not that it magically gets better, because people being annoyed referees will be the discourse in football.
But referees still make baffling decisions.
Of course, yeah, because no one can be a robot.